Welcome to the Outcast Trading Channel. My name is Io, and today we're going to do the weekly update for Bitcoin. If you're not part of our Discord yet, please click on the link in the description below and join our community. So, let's start with Bitcoin on the weekly. And just before we start, I'm going to say that I'm actually feeling a little bit under the weather, so if you hear my voice change a little bit or my appearance is a little different than usual, I'm currently a little sick and under the weather, so I'll do what I can today. So let's get into Bitcoin. So on the weekly, this is weekly CME Bitcoin, which just closed about an hour ago, less than that, about 26 minutes ago. We see that Bitcoin actually closed above the 200 exponential moving average. This is the second time. However, this one was kind of an anemic kind of close above the 200 exponential. It wasn't very decisive. This one is kind of a little higher. It actually makes a higher high, which technically you could call an uptrend. However, on the macro weekly scale, we see that's a heavy downtrend, but it's looking like some signs of reversal. I guess I don't want to be as bullish as a lot of people are, but I cannot deny that this is okay. There's a low, confirmed local low, there's a bit of a high, a bit of a stutter step here with calling in a higher low, and this is technically a higher high. Again, this is a very short-term kind of picture. The bigger picture is heavy downtrend, at least until we get above this little area over here that we've been calling, which was the 30K. So, for now, it is good to see Bitcoin retest the 200 simple, then bounce and close above the 200 exponential. So far, so good. What are we looking at here? We're looking at a possible next target of the weekly 21, because there's kind of a vacuum here to fill up the gap. It's kind of a stretch because it's how far away? It is about 4,000. That's about 20% of a move that I'm calling here. So it probably takes some time if it even gets there at this point in time. Weekly Stokes, they still have not really closed up. We'll see how the next week opens, if it actually closes up or down, and how that closes. But it's almost there, almost closing above the critical zone. Anyways, anything else to update on the weekly on CME? I don't think so. RSI, same as usual, kind of broke above the exponential. Not bad, actually not bad. There's no bearish divergence. I mean, it's technically still a downtrend, so there's no bearish divergence on the downtrend. Hidden bearish. Technically, yes, there could be some hidden bearish divergence between this point and this point and this point and this point, but you would have to confirm this as a local high and then see how that works out. But for now, I'm not going to be a doomer. I'm not going to call it yet. I'm going to mention that it's possible that it can form soon, but I'm not going to call it confirmed or anything like that, because so far this looks good. Okay, so let's go down to the daily. The daily. This is the daily sandwich between the 21 and the 55. We have actually seen this in a few assets. If you refer to my altcoin video that should be posted on YouTube, which I've mentioned that a lot of coins are in this little sandwich, or they just broke out of this sandwich between the 55 and the 21. Bitcoin no different, still an uptrend. However, it's finding some resistance and some support with these two EMAs. It is looking a bit like a ascending triangle. Could you call it a wedge? I would keep it to a triangle with a major move to this little gap area that we are looking at. Stokes are up. That's good. Any bearish divergence possible? Not confirmed. So far so good. 12 hour. 12 hour. Riding the 21. The daily also riding. Yeah, the same as the daily. It's between the 21 and the 55. Just riding this little bit of an uptrend here. Yeah, I'm looking for this 200 EMA on the 12 hour. We've seen this on several assets that they really want to go for that. We can just go into the spot, I think. Spot weekly has not closed yet, but healthily above the 200 simple. So far, so good. We do want to see this 200 exponential be tapped soon, and it would line up with a lot of the lower time frames, daily and below, that do want to kind of go up for a little bit. Yeah, as long as it's below the 200 exponential, I'm still not bearish, but just neutral for now. Let's go down to the daily. Daily, it looks like on spot it did break this kind of sandwich. Not as clear as on CME, but still riding the 21. I actually have a trade here which we will discuss soon. But yeah, so far it's a trend. Just follow the trend above the 21 exponential and the 55 at this point. These will cross soon. It's called a silver cross. Maybe expect a bit of a retest of that cross and then technically bounce from there. But again, that's still far away for now. Let's see. Let's try the 12 hour. Actually, do we have anything to see on the RSI and Stokes on the daily before I move on? Daily Stokes up. How about the RSI? Keep on bouncing off this exponential moving average. Pretty good. Just like price action. Yep, so far so good. So 12 hour. 12 hour is the same thing as we've been seeing on the other assets, excuse me. Riding the 21 and the 55, kind of using this as a bit of a bounce area between these two EMAs, and then aiming for the 200 simple. We did talk about this cross a little back. I think it was last week. We saw that these two crossed, and I was expecting a test of the 200 simple, wherever that ended up. I would call this a front run, but this is exactly what I was looking for, and it actually turned out to happen, so that's always good. One more for this 200 cross, 200 moving average cross. Yeah, that worked out. Do I see another tap possible and possibly going up to the 200 exponential? Yeah, that's the next logical area. Still holding an uptrend, especially on the daily, as if the daily uptrend is maintained. Yeah, I do see that maybe going up to 618. So yeah, so far so good. And there is no bearish divergence possible on the 12 hour. So far so good. Yeah, nothing to update here compared to last week. I do like this reading on the Stokes, kind of curling on the 618 area, and then turning back up. So that's good. It's kind of bullish. There was hidden bullish divergence on the RSI, which played out, or still playing out. So that was good. Let me go down to the 4 hour. We did see some bearish divergence play out here between this point and this point, down to the 21 EMA. That was good. So yeah, that was pretty textbook. I think Carmwick mentioned this on the Discord. So yeah, let's talk about this trade that I have here. I actually took the daily 21 over here, managing below the previous higher low. I did actually post this setup on the pro chat in the Discord. If you're not a member of the Discord, click on the link in the description to see these kind of setups. They are not trading advice, they're more of educational kind of little setups. So if you want to see what my thought process behind this was, it's in the pro chat in the Discord. So let's talk about a little bit about the trade. So it was taken on the daily 21, and my first target was a 618 from the previous kind of swing, which was this to here. 618 area falls right about around there. So that was my first take profit. My second take profit was the top of this area over here with a 4 hour. I want to take it around here. It actually was, I mean, if you ignore the wick, it was actually the area where it reversed to make this kind of local high over here. So it's pretty good. And the next target is actually, I think we have to go to the daily to see it, is this wick over here from the previous dump in May, if I recall correctly. Yep. So this little wick over here in May, I expected to cause some resistance. So I'm gonna take my last take profit is gonna be just below that. Could I have another one at the 608? Sure, but I think by that point I'd rather take just another long and on the next higher low. But yeah, for now I'm 2 take profits into this trade. I'm 75% out. I took 50% here, 25% here, and I have the remaining 25% over here. Is there anything else I can update on the 4 hour for this coming weekend? Given that CME is closed, let's see what can we expect this weekend. I would say that as long as this uptrend is still maintained and respected, which is anything below this, anything above 23.6 on a 4 hour closing basis, holding the 55, I would call it somewhat respected, at least on the 4 hour, and just an uptrend. So maybe trade back up to 24.5, 24.6, and just keep going. I don't expect this weekend to be too volatile. But yeah, as long as the uptrend is maintained on the daily, on the 12 hour, on most time frames, I don't have much of a reason to doubt it, to doubt the continuation. Again, I try to keep my trading very simple, and if I am not given any reason to doubt an uptrend, I'll just carry believing it. In this case, the 21 has been pretty good on the 12 hour, and especially on the daily. The daily has caught them all. I missed this trade over here because I was looking for this 618. Let me draw it out. Yeah, I was waiting for this 618 over here. Oh, I can do it. You can do it. There we go. Yeah, I was waiting for this area over here, and I actually didn't get it. I didn't get this whole trade. I did get a scalper on here, but my actual trade that I was looking for over here did not get filled because of the daily being so strong. In this case, I actually said, let's take the daily and manage below, and that worked out. That was a pretty good trade. So yeah, I think I'm gonna just make a bit of a conclusion here. Yeah, let's stay to the daily. Let's take all these fibs off. Yep. For the next week, what I'm looking at is a continuation of this trend. I'm looking for the 618 to get tapped eventually with this 200 on 200 exponential on the weekly being tapped as well. Do they line up? 26.3, and on the weekly 26.5. Yep. So this 618 and this 200 exponential line up. So I expect that confluence is strong. and I expect that area is going to be some kind of resistance. First tap of this kind of wick, I expect it to be also resistance, but not as strong as this 618 golden pocket and 200 EMA on the weekly. So as long as the uptrend is respected, I want to see 26K, 26.5 be tapped this coming week. If not this week, probably next week. If not this coming week, probably the week after that. I haven't checked if there's any events like there was this week, if Jerome Powell is talking or anything like that. But we'll post that on the Discord if any events have to be regarded during this week. But for now, just trade the uptrend. It's looking pretty easy for now. Just trade the uptrend. There's a bit of an ascending triangle here with a conservative target of around the same kind of area. We've seen this on CME with a gap, so I'm looking for up for now. And what would invalidate that? A break, first of all, 23.2. That will be a first red flag. And the final red flag, I think, is again the 22.5. If that gets closed on if the daily closes below there, this is not gonna look good anymore. It's gonna close below the previous range again, and that's, this got saved, but I don't think it would get saved again if it does it again. So anything, any 24-hour close or any daily close below 22.5, I would not be bullish anymore, and probably look for Bitcoin to come right back down to 19K. Let's hope that doesn't happen. I am a trader after all, so I don't care if it goes up or down, but it looks easier to trade it to the upside for now. So I hope you liked this video. If you liked it, give the video a like, subscribe for more content, and join the community. Click on the link in the description and join our Discord. Hope to see you soon, and bye-bye.